Hi, Jenny here. Today is Monday, January 29th. So as you see by the title of this video, I have been declared in remission. Woo! So excited. If I could jump for joy, I would. In the meantime, how I decided to celebrate was to go to the ER. As you can see, there are many days that are not crossed off on here yet. I haven't taken the time to just yet, but so I had my oncology appointment on Wednesday the 17th, of which in talking we have decided, no, it's for real now. It's blanking on the word. Whatever. So it's for real. I'm in remission. So my chart has been updated to say history of cancer. So they don't say that you're cancer free because you could still have one little cell floating around in your body somewhere. And in any case, at that appointment, I was having some gas pains in the morning. I've had gas pain before, and I walk it out, and usually I either burp or I have something pass through the bag, and I'm fine. So that morning, I had some pains, and I was walking around, walking up and down the hall, so they called me to my appointment. And then when he finally came in, I said to him, like, don't mind me. If my face gets kind of squinched up, I'm like, I'm just having some gas pain, and I have some pain, it's usually gas pain, it'll pass. And he very nicely said, oh, well, I do mind if you're in pain, because that's not good. So for me, it was just kind of like, it's a whatever. And so we had the appointment, and I got all kinds of, good news, and I was going to make the video on Thursday. And I was also happy and excited and everything, and then Thursday I wasn't feeling good. Still had the gas pain, wasn't good, wasn't passing. So I was just feeling off, and I thought I'll just bump the video for a day, I'll make it on Friday. And by Thursday night it was like the pain was too bad and I was having dry heaves, so my husband's all like, okay, these are all signs of a blockage, we're going to the ER. So, celebrate my good news by ending up in the hospital for a week. So anyways, I'll make another video on that stuff. This video is supposed to all be about I'm in remission. So anyways, yeah, a little rambling on there, but that's what's been going on in my life. So I had the oncology appointment, and as I mentioned in the last video, I said that I think, this is all going to become a little bit more real for me again, of learning about the cancer portion of my life and how this is going to affect the rest of my life, what goes on from here. So I kind of asked him, like, so what's, how does this work? I asked if, first of all, I asked if he read the report from my surgeon, where she said that she got all the cancer out, all the margins were clear, no lymph nodes were involved. And he said yes. I said, so does that mean that I'm in remission, that I'm whatever? And that's when he said yes. He goes, you are, can confirm that you are in remission. And so that the wording will be changed in my chart to say, like I said, the history of rectal cancer. And at this point then we do a CT scan in 3 months. And basically it's kind of like, you kind of go from there. There's not a set pattern. Again, Miss Type A personality here. It's not a little checklist of every 3 months we do this. No, it's pretty much you go until the next appointment, and then you go from there depending on those results. So at this point, we scheduled out a CT scan 3 months from now. So it ended up being in April. We'll do the CT scan, and then depending on the results of that, will depend on, again, how we move forward, whether it's, again, another scan in 3 months, 6 months, however that's going to work. He did mention that I will need to have a colonoscopy in December, so that's nice, even though I had my colonoscopy in February, which kind of helped start this whole process and figure things out. At this point, obviously because my surgery was in December, and that's when everything was taken out, that now I'll have my colonoscopy in December. So, two kind of weird things. One, I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video or not, I don't know why, I kind of thought, well, now that my, colon's coming out my stomach and it's not going out the butt, like, I don't need a colonoscopy, I don't know, like, duh, I still have a colon. But I guess part of the thing is when you get the ostomies, they're all like, don't stick anything in there. Just, make sure that you keep it safe and whatever. So I'm thinking, well, you don't stick anything in there. Well, except for if they need a colonoscopy, and then they stick a tube in there and do what they need to do. So that'll be interesting. I haven't heard anything about that on others. I think I've seen a video again on the Let's Talk IBD. She mentioned about having one, but I haven't seen the video where she's actually had it done and what she either said about it or... So, again, that'll be something new for me. If you guys have had this done, again, leave comments in the comment section for me. Let me know how it went for you. What do you think? Is it pretty much the same as a colonoscopy? I think I've read on maybe one of the colon support groups something about somebody had to have it done and you still have to do the clean out process. So I don't know if it's as bad, if you still take the same amount of whatever that was, the Miralax or whatever, and the Docalax, and if I'm going to have to still do all of that. I'm not sure. That's something to learn in the future. Again, day by day, right? We're going to take it day by day, not worry about that for right now. So I asked him, I'm like, am I going to need a GI doctor? And he said, yeah, when the time comes, like, he would schedule that for me. And I thought, okay, so if I don't specifically need a GI doctor, I don't have GI symptoms. I don't have, Crohn's or IBD or irritable bowel. I don't have any of that, so technically I don't need a specific GI doctor to, keep going to ask questions of, to have them as one of my primary doctors. Which is good. The guy who did my colonoscopy, he retired. So because of that, that's part of why I was asking, and that I need to find a new GI doctor. And obviously my surgeon is a surgeon. She's an oncologist surgeon. She's not just a GI doctor. So that'll be later, that will take care of all that. But again, that's something to know. So I'll have the CT scan, and it's just a CT. It's not both CT and MRI. It's just CT. So that's nice too, because CT scans are so easy. You may have to drink contrast. Usually they still inject contrast in you, but it's like a 15-minute test. And you don't go completely in a tube. It's just that round donut-like thing that they put you into. You usually have your arms up above your head. Oh, the shoulder still hurts. And they go pretty much as far as about where my arms would meet up, It's the last time I think my arm was on the machine. And then they have you hold your breath, and then they slowly take you out. And as they take you out, they're doing the picture. And so yeah, CT scans, that's okay. And then, what other appointment? He also asked if we wanted to do another appointment. It's just talking, something called Survivorship. So I'm not sure for sure what that's all about. I'll see if there's anything about that online or anything. I'm assuming it's just a matter of talking over of that, you have survived, and again, maybe what life will look like, or hopefully the not feeling, guilty part, stuff like that. I know some people that either have cancer, they feel guilty if, they know other people or friends that have passed away, and why did they survive and why didn't their friend survive, or that type of thing. I don't usually get a lot of that. I don't get a lot of anxiety. I don't get a lot of that type of stuff. I guess it is what it is, and I believe God has a plan for all of us, and when it's our time, it's our time. And in the meantime, while I'm still here, I'm still putting out light and love. I, pray for everyone, everyone in the world, pretty much. Go through my list of individuals, of friends and family, and I've mentioned this before, right? My YouTube family, my Facebook family, and then kind of the world. Kind of in general, have the angels surround their wings around the whole earth and send out love as much as I can. So that's part of my purpose of being here. Just spread some light and love. But so what else? I asked about I guess MINED. You hear those words thrown around when you're in the cancer community. That is no evidence of disease. So yes, I am that. I asked about tests that I've seen other people have called a CEA and Signatura. I don't remember the name of the test. I know, as far as I know, I haven't had it. And he said too. He did a CEA baseline test on me when my first blood work. But according to for him, and the way he was, either taught or in the practice, this little community practice or whatever, they don't do much with that number. It's I forgot how he put it. For him, it's like it's a base number, but it's not. Again, there's no chart that says, oh, if you're this number, then we do this to you. If there's this number, we use this type of treatment. If it's this number, we do whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, good to know that's where he's at with all of that. So I know other doctors and stuff, people that go through those tests and have faith in those numbers of what they mean and all that, and that's great. If it means something, right, all the help that we can get with this disease and everything to help ourselves out and help get us cured. So there's that. And what else? Got my I thought, because again, I was going to make this, and it was a week and a half ago, there was a lot that went on. I had taken notes of, when I went there, all the questions that I had to make sure that I touched on everything that I wanted to. I asked him who I go to now with questions, seeing as, yes, he's my oncologist, but do I go to my, general physician? Do I go to the surgeons? Excuse me. So as I said, basically, if it's, what I think might be related to him, I could go to him, and if it's not related to him, he would forward my question on to, or let me know to ask someone else. But at this point, it's more the surgeons that I would go to. So for anything, obviously having gone on from what I've been through, that I asked the surgeons. And then I asked if my blood work number was good enough I can go to the dentist. I haven't had my teeth cleaned in over a year. And I asked once when I was feeling a little bit better at whatever point, and they're like, we'll do some blood work and we want to make sure this one number is at, or about whatever number. And so I asked it, he's like, don't worry about it, you can go to the dentist. I'm like, okay. So there too, another thing on my list of things to do at some point, hopefully sooner than later, is get to the dentist. At that point, he was kind of, getting ready to leave. He was, thinking, okay, our appointment was done. He had answered everything he knew he needed to answer, and go on. And pretty much that I'm done with this portion. So it's just a matter of maintenance. I don't know if you call that maintenance or whatever. Yeah, just doing the tests and see where it goes from here. So, yeah, that's that update. So, yay! Super excited about that. Makes me feel good. Now again, to kind of keep that out of my mind. People talk about the scan anxiety, so as the scan comes closer, that I might, think about it, just as all the other tests and all that as they were going. We'll think about that in the future. So for now, we're living day by day, doing what we can to make memories, like going to the hospital and learning more things of what can be done to the body. In any case, also happy, if you can see, my orchid bloomed again. Like my daughter got that last year around Christmas or before or whatever, and it nicely bloomed and went for a long time, and then had, the petals fell off, and I'm like, it was still green, so I kept watering it. I'm like, I don't know how orchids work. And then being in the hospital I'm the plant person. I'm the one who thinks about the plants, waters the plants, takes care of. So, and I forgot to mention to my husband to water them. Again, I was a little preoccupied. But on the days I was feeling better, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta tell him, and I forgot. And then we came home on Saturday, and he's like, oh yeah, and I watered the plants this morning, so don't do that. I'm like, okay. So they were taken care of, and it came home to blooms. I thought, if anything, like, maybe this plant got too dried out and it would have dropped its blooms, but it did not. So I have a pretty plant to come home to and enjoy. But in any case, yeah, that's it for me. So I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you again for staying on this journey with me. Thank you again for all your prayers. I'm sure it's all helped I believe that it's helped get me through this. So you guys keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.